Hello there, friends. It's Cassie. Welcome back for another Trinity Stamps video. Today we're doing a sneak peek of a brand new stamp set. This is called Pot of Gold, and we'll talk a little bit more about it. But I went ahead and stamped it out. I say sneak peek because you're not going to get to see the whole thing. I'll talk about it. I'll give you some hints. And we're going to start out by coloring our image with some Olo markers. Those are alcohol markers if you're unfamiliar. And so I stamped my image using some some Blackout ink by Ink on 3. And as you can see, this is my slow coloring. I have this at regular speed. You can see just how slow I am at coloring. We will bump up the speed about 4 times here in a little bit. But I wanted you to see that I am not super fast at it. And really, let's be honest, the reason we do this is because we enjoy it, right? So I'm taking my time, I'm enjoying the process, but when I do a video, I speed it up usually 2 times, but today we're going to do 4 times. And so we're going to start that up here in just a minute. But I'll put all the colors up on the screen for you. And the paper that I'm using is Express-It paper, which is amazing for alcohol marker coloring. So, all right, let's talk a little bit about this stamp set. The Pot of Gold stamp set is a 4x6 stamp set, and it goes along great with their lovable little gnomes that Trinity Stamps has. They've got this whole collection of different gnomes and different scenarios and different holidays, and I love them all. You know, I've really grown to just really love the gnomes. So it is actually a 3-piece stamp set. Like I said, it's got our little gnome sitting on a pot of gold, and he's holding some lucky little balloons, and 2 sentiments come along with it. And our gnome measures about 3.6 inches by 4.5 inches. So pretty cool. There is a coordinating die set. I'm not going to show you that either. But it will leave a little bit of a white border around the edge of our gnome when it cuts it out. And it does cut out some little inside pieces as well. So I do really, really like that that is part of the appeal here to our die set, as well as cutting out the sentiments. So I love that Trinity Stamps does that. I haven't found that a lot of the companies that are out there do that, and so I really love that Trinity Stamps does it. All right, as you can see, my typical way of coloring is to start out lightest and go darkest, or go to the darkest color. So you'll see me put down my lightest color there first. Like in this case is the red gray 5, and then we have the red gray 7. I'm even just going to bring in like the red black color here in a little bit, just to add a little pop of that on the shoes, and then blend that out with our red gray 7. And then we come in with some yellow oranges. But this is a fun image to color. I've actually colored it a couple different times now, and I've colored our gnome different ways. You might think, well, he's a little leprechaun gnome, so you've only got so many ways to color him, but that's not true. Obviously, you can have all the skin tones, all the beard colors. You can do your rainbow in any color you want. I did one of the balloons a purple, I think, in one of them that I colored. You can do up different types of grays for the pot, or just have fun with it. Color it however you want. Don't be limited by what you think you should color it. All right, we're almost done with our coloring here, and I went more subdued on this one. My other one I colored is a little bit brighter, but there he is, all die cut out using the matching die. How darling is that? And then I went ahead and brought in the Slimline tags, and I cut out a couple of the tags from that using some craft cardstock, and I also cut out some of the reinforcers as well. And you'll see the sentiment that I'm using actually comes from the brand new Simply Sentimental Lucky, which was peaked yesterday. So if you didn't get a chance to see that, you should head over to the channel and check it out, the Trinity Stamps channel, because you're going to love it. And you know how I feel about that Simply Sentimental line. Ooh, you know. I got to have them all because they hit all the nails on the head, all of them. All right, so our tag's about ready. Now I'm just going to use some reverse tweezers, and we are going to piece together our sentiment. Like I said, that comes from the Simply Sentimental Lucky sentiment set, and this is just from the die, and so I'm putting Lucky together, and I'm using my Crafty Gluefriend. It works great. You know, you just don't have to push real hard, and you can get a small amount of glue to come out, and even if you get more than what you need, it dries clear, so you're good. It's so fun. And then like with all the Simply Sentimentals, there are so many ways to make the lucky sentiment pop with different words and different ways to, because originally in my mind I had one way that I wanted to do this sentiment, and then I was like, well, that's not going to fit on the little tag that I cut out, so I did it a different way. And I'm so happy with it. So now I'm going to bring in my sentiment that I'm stamping out using some VersaFine Clear Nocturne ink. It's just a nice crisp black pigment ink. So that says to know you. So I'll put lucky on there and it'll say lucky to know you. And I like making tags because these can go on gift bags or put them on the front of a card. However you want to do it, they're awesome. So that's attached down with some Crafty Gluefriend. And then I'm going to take our little gnome and I'm going to put some foam squares all over the back of him. And then I'll peel off all those release papers. And then we can attach him down. So it gives it a little bit of dimension here without going too crazy. But if you don't want to do that, use your Crafty Gluefriend. I'll pop him down. And then I'm going to pull out some baker's twine in black and white and trim that down to add the tassel to the top of our tag. So I've got that folded in half, and I'm going to put that through both the holes of both of those tags to adhere those together. And then I'll just tie a little knot at the top. And then I'm going to trim a little bit more of this baker's twine, and I'm going to tie a bow. This is just for a little extra, and it'll also just keep our baker's twine in place, if that makes sense. Tying a little bow on there, kind of adjusting it, trim off any of the excess string that I don't want on there. And then once I'm done with that, that's going to finish off our tag, and I love it. So there's our pot of gold. I hope that piqued your interest. Be sure to come back when all of this stuff is released. If you like this video, hit that like button. Consider subscribing if you haven't already done so. And be sure to check out all that Trinity Stamps has going on over on their blog, Facebook page, and Instagram for more crafty inspiration. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you have a great day.